And we are green flag coming out of turn 4 as Austin Waters jumps out to the early race lead, followed by the number 4, Tyler Young. As Logan Griffin in the L17 going to look to the bottom of him coming out of turn 2, but is not able to complete the pass. They go down the back straightaway. As James Thompson looks at the bottom of Logan Griffin, turn 4, Logan shuts the door on him. That's a great race for your lead between the number 46 of Austin Smooth Waters and number 4 of Tyler Young. Logan Griffin in the L17 looking for a way to close the gap between him and Austin Waters and the number 46 going down the back straightaway. Logan Griffin, a young racer, definitely one to keep an eye on as he progresses through the factory stock class. Had some tough luck last year, but he's definitely showing up and showing out this season. Has had some great runs in B-Mains in Louisiana and had some pretty good runs here at 67 Speedway. Definitely keep an eye on him throughout the night. See if he's able to show up and become a factor in this A-Main. Went ahead and hollered at Justin Whitehead and went ahead and picked up his unit. So we'll be able to see if he'll be able to show up and make a good scene for tonight. As we go green coming out of turn 4, and Brandon Brown will jump out to the early race lead. Brandon Brown checking out to a comfortable, almost straightaway lead on Dustin Young in the 007. They both roll down the front straightaway going into turn 1. Final turn, final time for the number 32 of Brandon Brown. He is your heat race number 2 winner, followed by the 007 of Dustin Yunt and Shelby Franks in the number 50. And we are James Thompson jumps out to an early race lead, followed by Brandon Starnes in the 1B in second. Jamie Jimbo Clayton in the J3 running in third place. As Tyler Green gets around Gary Stevens Jr. for the 4th spot. Race right now are the heavy hitters in this class. James Thompson, no stranger to victory lane, neither is the J3 Jamie Jimbo Clayton. Brandon Starnes with a great run at Carolina Speedway the last time around. And Tyler Green rounding out the top 4. Definitely a stiff competitor in the race back. Jamie Clayton looking to the rear of James Thompson. They roll into turn 3. Going to run the hub of the racetrack. Looking for a way to close the gap. He does come out of turn 4 as he will pull up to the tail. Thompson committed to that outside line, and it might be what cost him the race lead in this heat race. Jamie Clayton looking to the bottom as they pull up side by side from out of turn 4. But James Thompson is able to hold on to the race lead. Side as they come out of turn 4, but James Thompson with the edge as they come across the line. As the white flag comes out one more time around Texarkana 67 Speedway for James Thompson, as Jamie Jimbo Clayton still trying to find a way around him as they go down the back straightaway. Will be James Thompson, your hobby stock heat race winner. Finishing in the 2nd spot in the J3. Jamie Jimbo Clayton in the 1B of green flag. Again, it will be the 156 of Ryan Foster and D1 of Dalton Vines on the front row. Ryan Foster jumping out to the race lead as they roll off into turn 1. As the 156 goes high and wide and rolls over in turn 4. But he ain't no quitter. He's going to keep going and go ahead and retire it. Your 4-cylinder heat race number 1. Green flag's out and we're going racing. Dakota Cooper's going to look for a way around Dalton Vines to go into turn 1. Dalton Vines will pull out to a race lead as Danny Rambo slowing on the back straightaway. Going to take it out there to the hay meadow, and that will bring out a caution. Waiting on the signal from Flagman Joe as they come out of turn 4. Again, Dalton Vines with the race lead going into turn 1, followed by Dakota Cooper in the 3D. Running in 3rd place would be the 31 of Tyler Floyd. Dakota Cooper in the 3D, definitely a stiff competitor with the rest of them. Was able to collect a few feature wins last year here at 67 Speedway, so definitely a great class of drivers out here this year. But still running in the front of the field with a comfortable lead is a D1 of Dalton Vines. And then rounding out the field is 31 of Tyler Floyd. As the flagman gives them the halfway to go, signal 4 down, 4 to go for Dalton Vines in the D1. To the checkered flag will be the D1 of Dalton Vines with your heat race win, followed by the 3D of Dakota Cooper, and then rounding out the field again, it will be the number 31 of Tyler Floyd. Green flag flies, and we are set to race here in your 4-cylinder heat race number 2. It's Justin Converse already looking around the 34 of Mitch Durham, rolling into turn 3, and it looks like he will complete the pass as they come out onto the front straightaway. Don't look now on the hunt for the 3rd position is the 21 Emma Morgan Powell as she closes the gap going into turn 3 on Mitch Durham. We're closing the gap going into turn 1 is the C49 of Justin Converse. He will roll up to the back of Jesse Tate in the 13J. Giving him a shot in the shorts, letting him know he is here and he is ready to compete. Justin Converse, most winningest driver in the 4-cylinder class, has been racing in this division since its debut here at 67 Speedway. Has racked up a number of points, championships, and feature wins as he looks to the bottom of Jesse Tate once again. Morgan Powell now challenging for the 3rd position going into turn 1. He's not able to complete the pass as we go down the back straightaway, and Justin Converse again looking around the 13J of Jesse Tate. His contact is made coming out of turn 4 between 34 of Mitch Durham and the 21M of Morgan Powell. No harm, no foul. They'll stay clean and they'll stay green. As white flag comes out. We're having a great battle for the first and second and the third and fourth position. Four Cylinder class is always putting on some great racing here and all around the Arkansas, Texas. A checkered flag comes out and will be Jesse Tate in the 13J, followed by Justin Converse in the C49, and then coming across the line almost dead even. But as the green flag drops and we are underway, Patrick Franks with the race lead, followed by number 23, JR John Good Jr. as he looks to the bottom of him coming out of turn 2, but he shuts the door on him, was not able to complete the pass. As Chuck Priestley in the number 51 makes contact with John Good Jr. going into turn 3. No harm, no foul though. John Good will still be able to stay green and he will get it back underway. Give Chuck Priestley the second spot as Dustin Robinette looks to the high side of him coming out of turn 4. Making side by side going down the front straightaway. But still hold on to your race lead as the 450 of Patrick Franks from Texarkana, Arkansas, followed by the number 51 of Chuck Priestley, the owner and operator of Best Engines, followed by the number 27 of Dustin Robinette. Dustin Robinette once again looks to the outside of Chuck Priestley. Chuck's able to close the door on him, not complete the pass. As he does, coming out of turn 2, give the second spot to the number 27, Dustin Robinette. That will shuffle Chuck Priestley back into the third position, but still with your race lead will be the 450 of Patrick Franks. Dustin Robinette now looking to take away the race lead from 450 of Patrick Franks. They roll out of turn 4 on the back bumper. Dustin Robinette trying to go side by side with Patrick Franks. They roll down the back straightaway and he will roll in and nose out the position as they go into turn 3. Coming out of turn 4 for the white flag in the spot to Dustin Robinette. That beautiful Camco sponsored limited modified, that brand new IRP. Chuck Priestley now looking to the back of the number 450 of Patrick Franks. We've got a car spun on the front straightaway. He will keep it green. But coming out of turn 4 for the checkered flag will be Dustin Robinette. Number 27 Camco sponsored IRP modified. Followed by the 450 of Patrick Franks and number 51 of Chuck Priestley. As the lights are out, we will go green coming out of turn 4. Kenny Turner in the number 14 and the number 50 of Steve Ward. Side by side coming out of turn 4, followed by Keaton Atkinson there side by side for the final position. Your heat race number 5 of C5 of Chris Carter. Trying to jump up there and challenge the position as they will call that start back. Steve Ward jumping out to the early race lead as we have a three-way battle for the second position between Chris Carter and the C5 number 14 of Kenny Turner and Keaton Atkinson. But here comes I Am Strong, Drew Armstrong on the high side rolling into turn 3. Going to try and dispose of it. Will not be able to complete the pass. As now they roll into turn 1. High side and low side shuffling as Kenny Turner still riding the hub of the racetrack, and here comes Drew Armstrong pinching off and making contact with the C5 of Chris Carter. That'll shuffle Drew Armstrong back into the final position. Giving Steve Ward the opportunity to jump out to a sizable race lead as the C5 looks to retire. hits hard. Flat left rear tire. But don't look now. Here comes Drew Armstrong now up to the second spot, looking to try and close the gap between him and Steve Ward. Steve Ward, no stranger to modified competition, been running mods since, I've heard stories since 70s and 80s that Steve Ward has been cutting up the dirt tracks as Drew Armstrong looks at the bottom of him, completes the pass coming out of turn 2. This will be a great battle to watch right here as a veteran Steve Ward. And Drew Armstrong battling for position here in your modified heat race number 1. Comes out. Your heat race number 1 winner will be Drew Armstrong in the number 11, followed by Steve Ward in the number 50. We will go green coming out of turn 4. It'll be Jesse Sweatman and Michael Rhodes. As Michael Rhodes jumps out to the early race lead, as Dustin Tater Hyde looking to the inside of Jesse Sweatman. Will complete the pass going down the back straightaway as he is looking to the back of Michael Rhodes in the number 70. Dustin Tater Hyde now looking to the outside of the number 70, Michael Rhodes. As they roll out of turn 4, looking to be side by side going down the front straightaway, but Michael's able to hold him off. Dustin Tater Hyde will roll on the outside of number 70, Michael Rhodes going into the turn. And will take the lead coming out of turn 4. Dustin Tater Hyde driving an RP modified this year. IRP's built out of Louisiana by the Ingalls family. You might recognize the IRPs by the sport mod class. They have quite a few cars in it. As their modified program looks to be picking up and really taking flight. But give the lead to Dustin Tater Hyde in the T12. Michael Rhodes still not falling down. He's going to try and look to the bottom of him, but is not able to gain any ground. Michael Rhodes running the second spot, followed by the 7S of Troy Shaper. The number 5 of Robert Davis, and then here will be the number 40 of Jesse Sweatman. As the white flag comes out this time by for the T12 of Dustin Tater Hyde. And it will be Dustin Tater Hyde with your heat race win, followed by the number 70 of Michael Rhodes, 7S of Corey Shaberg, number 5 of Robert Davis, and rounding out the field will be the number 40 of Jesse Sweatman. As the green flag goes down, and we are green flag racing here at Speedway in your first feature race of the night, your hobby stock feature event. Jamie Jimbo Clayton jumping out to the early race lead, followed by the 85 of James Thompson, Tyler Green in the 90, and Brandon Starnes in the 1B. Tyler Green gets a 4 coming out of turn 4. Thompson and Jamie Clayton are battling it out for the lead side by side through the corners. James Thompson once again looking to the bottom of Jamie Clayton. Doesn't have enough guns in the bottom to be able to pull alongside and challenge to the lead. Green in the 90 as they roll off into turn one. Brandon Starnes with a great run at Timberline Speedway the last time they were open. He seems to finally be getting that new car figured out. Tyler Green, crow hopping it through 3 and 4. Trying to hold off the advances of the 1B of Brandon Starnes. And Jamie Clayton has jumped out to a straightaway lead ahead of James Thompson. As Ranson Jones goes for it. First round coming out of turn 4. We'll get it collected and get back underway, and we will stay green. As Jamie Jimbo Clayton still your race leader, following in second. As the call will be the 1B of Brandon Starnes. Outside will be Gary Stevens Sr. and then Ranson Jones rounding out your field as we go green. Ranson Jones takes a spin going into turn 3 to get the corral. We'll stay green as Jamie Jimbo Clayton again with your race lead. James Thompson running in second. Tyler Green running in third. Here comes Brandon Starnes running in fourth. Trying to challenge Tyler Green for the position. Comes out Jamie Jimbo Clayton with your race lead again. James Thompson running in second position. Tyler Green has a bottleneck, gives Brandon Starnes the opportunity to pull up to the back of him and challenge for the lead, or challenge for the position. I'm sorry. But final turn, final time. Your race win will go to Jamie Jimbo Clayton in the J3 car. Second position, James Thompson in the 85. Tyler Green running in third. Brandon Starnes in fourth. Rounding out your top five will be the 96 of Gary Stevens Sr. Climbs out of the car. Everybody make your hands heard for Jamie Jimbo Clayton in the J3. To Austin Smooth Waters in the number 32 of Brandon Brown. Waters out to an early race lead as they roll off into turn one, followed by Brandon Brown looking to the inside of him. Coming out of turn two, and he will grab the position going down the back straightaway, followed by the L17 of Logan Griffin. Number 4 of Tyler Young, getting challenged by Dustin Yunt now for a position as they roll out of turn 4, and Dustin Yunt will grab it. And here comes James Thompson as the Outlaw cars are making their way to the front of the field tonight in your factory stock A-Main. As the youngster Logan Griffin battling with Austin Waters for second positions, they roll off into turn 3, and here comes Dustin Young looking to the bottom of Logan. As I said in the heat race, keep your eye on Logan Griffin as he's becoming quite a little hot shoe in the factory stock class. Dustin Young will complete the pass coming out of turn 2, but Logan Griffin's not going to let it go just yet. As they roll to the inside of Austin Waters, Austin slowing on the outside of turn 4. Tough break for Austin Waters as he slows coming out of turn 4. Looks like he possibly will be retiring that car back to the pits. As a caution flag will come out for Austin Waters, stopping on the back straightaway. Are back under green flag conditions. And Dustin Yunt working his way up to the front of the field. Now in the second position behind Brandon Brown in the 32. As Logan Griffin jumping back up into the third position now in front of James Thompson in the 85. Logan definitely on the wheel tonight, trying to show up and prove that he is a contender. As James Thompson rolling to the bottom of Logan now and will complete the pass going down the front straightaway. Flagman Joseph's on a halfway signal. field has filed out and has got an even distance throughout the field, it seems. Brandon Brown with your race lead. Following in second is the 007 of Dustin Yunt. Third will be James Thompson, the 85. And then your biggest battle on the racetrack right now is for the fourth position between the number 4 of Tyler Young and the L17 of Logan Griffin. As we get the 2 to go signal, this time by for Brandon Brown, so it would be 2 laps to go. Coming out of turn 4 with your factory stock A main win is Brandon Brown in the number 32 Outlaw chassis, finishing in second. Car formerly owned by Justin Whitehead will be Dustin Yunt, the 007. Again, just acquiring that car after taking a nasty roll at Timberline. As he gets stopped on the front straightaway, takes his steering wheel off, gets his helmet undone, and his seat belts thrown away. Everybody make some noise for Brandon Brown in the number 32, your factory stock A main winner. Coming out of turn 4. Jesse Tate and Dalton Burns side by side rolling off into turn 1, and here comes Dakota Cooper trying to split the gap and gets crossed up, and he might have rolled a tire off. Looking to go 3 wide now on the back straightaway is Justin Converse in the C49. 31 of Tyler Floyd, 41 of Emma Morgan Powell, and Mitch Durham all battling for position. Tyler Floyd gets a little push going into turn 1. Side by side, going into turn 1, Dalton Vines and Jesse Tate. And a battle for second position between Mitch Durham and Justin Converse. They are putting on a heck of a battle for the lead in your 4-cylinder A main tonight between Dalton Vines and Jesse Tate. As now we have a 3-way battle for third position between the 21 Emma Morgan Powell, Justin Converse, and the 34 of Mitch Durham. Justin Converse crosses over the 21 Emma Morgan Powell and looks to the bottom of Morgan now coming out of turn 2. But they are still side by side for the lead. They have been for the entirety of this race. A great battle tonight in the 4-cylinder A main. Dalton Vines able to get out and get a car length on Jesse Tate, but now he rolls back up to him coming into the turn. But it's still Dalton Vines with a little bit of an edge on Jesse. We've got a battle for the lead and a battle for the third position. As Justin Converse starting to throw some sparks out of the bottom of his car, we'll have to keep an eye on that and see if that's going to affect him throughout this race. It doesn't show that it's going to give him any signs of letting up anytime soon. He's still going to try and battle and see if he can complete the race. Trying to challenge Dalton Vines for the lead as they go off into turn one. Side by side going down the back straightaway. Jesse Tate will ease him out going down the back stretch going into turn three. Give Jesse Tate the lead. Don't look now, but here comes Morgan Powell finding a way up there to challenge the two leaders. They've been battling it out hard, and it's giving Morgan a chance to find the line to gain on her. White flag comes out, one more lap around for Jesse Tate and the 13J as Dalton Vines looks at the bottom of him going into turn one. Might be a dead heat at the line. We'll have to wait and see how it goes as Jesse Tate eases out on him a little bit. Here comes Morgan Powell challenging for the second position now. As they all get a bottle and Dalton Vines rolls up, that gives Morgan Powell the opportunity, but it will be Jesse Tate and the 13J. And Morgan Powell and Dalton Vines side by side going across the line to give the second spot to Dalton Vines in the D1. And finishing in fourth is the C49 of Justin Converse, rounding out your top five is the 34 of Mitch Durham. Stocks, if they put on a race like that side by side the entirety of the event, like Zach Clark's always said, if you don't like that, you don't like dirt track racing, folks. Whenever these people get out of the car, y'all need to stand up and give them a great round of applause because they all definitely work their butts off. Sport Mod A main. And we are 3 wide for the final position. Dustin Robinette jumps out in front of Chuck Priestley. Looking to the back of the 23 JR, John Good Jr. Look now, but here comes Dustin Robinette on the outside trying to get 2 for the price of 1. Patrick Frank, here comes Dustin Robinette jumping out to your race lead, followed on the outside by the 23 JR of John Good Jr. Chuck Priestley washes up and almost the race leader is now the number 27 of Dustin Robinette, followed by the 450 Patrick Franks, John Good Jr. in third. Rounding out your top 5, Landon Malton. Dustin Robinette as they roll the outside of the track. By the 450 of Patrick Franks. Gets a little crossed up and keeps it going. Gets a shot to the goal by number 51. Quickly now looking to the bottom of it as they roll into turn one. Able to check out and get a good lead on John Good Jr. Chuck Priestley trying to find a way to ease up there and challenge for position. Chuck Priestley getting ever so closer to the back of John Good Jr. as he's right there rolling into turn three, going to try and challenge for position coming out. They are now side by side going down the front straightaway. Chuck Priestley shot out of a cannon coming out of turn two and gets a great run on him, but still not enough to seal up the position. As the greatest battle on the track is for your spot. Gives a position to the number 51 of Chuck Priestley. But only for a moment's notice. Again, here comes John Good Jr. to the outside as they roll into turn three, but Chuck Priestley will hold on to the race lead going down the front straightaway. They are swapping positions left and right for this second position. White flag one more time around for the number 27 Camco Elevator sponsored IRP modified of Dustin Robinette. Right in the second position, and now Chuck Priestley in the number 51, and in the third spot is 23 JR of John Good Jr. Give the race win to Dustin Robinette. Dustin Robinette having a trouble this season getting a handle on that new car, but it seems he's finally starting to get it figured out as he's consistently each weekend gotten better and better in that new IRP. So as he climbs out of the car, everybody put your hands together for the number 27 of Dustin Robinette. As we take the green flag coming out of turn, Michael Rhodes rolling off into turn one. Here comes Steve Ward on the outside and Keaton Atkinson on the bottom. Trying to tell for position to go down. Here comes the P12 of Dustin Tater Hyde. Rolling the outside of the racetrack, gaining positions left and right. Dustin Tater Hyde grabbing multiple positions in only one lap. As the field bunches up coming out of Michael Rhodes with your early race lead. But Dustin Tater Hyde running in second position. Here comes Kenny Turner in the third place. But don't look now. Here comes I Am Strong Drew Armstrong in the brand new 11. Running the outside of the track, looking for position, flicking them off one by one. So he gets around Steve Ward, the number 50, now in the third position. for the 4th position, the number 14 of Kenny Turner, and the 50 of Steve Ward. Keaton Atkinson and Robert Davis now looking to stick their nose in there and become a player in this race. As Steve Ward looks to the bottom of Kenny Turner coming out of turn 2, and they're side by side going down the back straightaway. Don't look now. Here comes Keaton Atkinson to the front side, trying to look for a way around Kenny Turner. Watch out, Michael Rhodes. Here comes Drew Armstrong on the outside as Dustin Tater Hyde rolling to the bottom. As he throws the block on the most of the ball, they're progressing to the front of this field. We are still battling for positions right now. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd have a great race going on. Also 4th, 5th, and 6th. As Dustin Tater Hyde spins and goes to the bottom of the turn. Tough break for Dustin Tater Hyde. He had a great run and was battling for position. Straightaway and bring out a caution. Green in your final feature race of the night, your IMCA Modifieds. Here comes Drew Armstrong in the number 11, jumping out to the race lead in front of 70 of Michael Rhodes. Here comes Steve Ward on the outside, trying to pick off a position as well. Drew Armstrong now jumping out to a sizable race lead, followed by the number 70 of Michael Rhodes, number 50 of Steve Ward, 5 of Robert Davis, and the number 14 of Kenny Turner. Rounding out your top 5. Atkinson and Kenny Turner taking the road less travel on the high side, coming out of turn 2. Trying to pick off as many positions as they can as Keaton Atkinson hanging it way out there, trying to jump to the front. But he's not able to make the pass. Giving him a shot in the shorts going down the front straightaway. Atkinson goes to the infield. Tough break for him. He will retire it early. As a caution flag does come out, we'll see if he will join the Armstrong. Michael Rhodes jumping in second position, and here comes the number 5 of Robert Davis. It's a tough break for the C5 of Chris Carter, stopping on the back straightaway. That will bring out another caution. 11 of Drew Armstrong in the race lead, the number 70 of Tyler Rhodes on the inside, and Steve Ward on the outside. Steve Ward jumping out in the second spot, trying to chase down the number 11 of Drew Armstrong, but is not able to. Checks out. Here comes number 70, Michael Rhodes, pogo sticking the car down the back straightaway. As Drew Armstrong checks out, so the biggest battle on the track right now for the 2nd and 3rd position between the number 70 of Michael Rhodes, 50 of Steve Ward, and the 5 of Robert Davis. Here comes the number 5 of Robert Davis up to the back of the number 50 of Steve Ward. Gives the shot to shorts coming out of turn 4. He looks around, going into turn 1, trying to challenge for position. Flagman Joe gives him the 2 to go. Will be one more lap around with the number 11 of Drew Armstrong. As he rolls out of turn 4 to take the right flag. Running in second is the number 70 still of Michael Rhodes, followed by the number 50 of Steve Ward and the number 5 of Robert Davis. Final turn, final time, the number 11. Brand new Rage chassis. It's number 11 of I Am Strong, Drew Armstrong. Finishing in second position, number 70 of Michael Rhodes. Number 50 of Steve Ward. The number 5 of Robert Davis. The number 40 of Jesse Schwett. Folks, on behalf of everybody at Texarkana 67 Speedway, we'd like to thank you for making this your racing destination for this Friday night. Y'all have a safe drive home. If you drink, don't drive. Call a designated driver or get somebody to bring you back to the house. Y'all, as he climbs out, give him a round of applause. The number 11 of Drew Armstrong, your modified A main winner tonight.